All right. So, on our last session, we ended by completing Craigma's hideout. You guys rescued an injured warrior who you identified as Sildar. And I believe we said we were either going to... Did you guys want to just skip right to Phandelver, or did you want to...
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Well, that's what we'll do then. We'll say... Given the distance of travel, you guys probably would have returned to Phandelver towards late day, even towards dusk and the sun setting. So the town is quite quiet right now. And I'll switch the map over to the Phandelver. And of course, you guys would enter through the north. What do you want to do?
Probably find a place to stay at this point in the day.
Still in motion reflect last time.
Let's go take Sildar to get a drink.
I'm gonna head for the coaster.
Okay.
Cluster.
Sildar says he's between being captured and the long journey you guys just took, he's actually going to probably retire for the evening at the inn. And he says if you guys want to track him down tomorrow to discuss anything, you could find him at the town master's hall.
All right.
Well, he's probably got no money, so I'll be willing. No.
He's got contacts. He lets you know he's got contacts here, and he's got ways to re-equip himself. And
Yeah, I was about to say I was going to pay him, but I think Gail probably wouldn't. So it's good luck.
Another reason to see him, to contact him the next day is because he did actually promise you guys gold for saving him. So you said you wanted to head to the Lion's Shield coaster?
Yes.
Coster. Are the rest of you going to follow him?
I'll go turn in. Why not? So why are we going over the Lion Shield coaster? Coaster, is that like the thing you put underneath cups? Mugs? So is it one that looks like a Lion Shield? I'll go.
What's Isabella doing?
Isabella
And I
would
follow
just go to
him
the
whether or
end.
not he says not.
Then Wish will go with Isabella.
Okay. You guys head through town. It doesn't take you long to come to the large trading center in the middle of town. You see the large blue shield that you guys may have seen on those crates with the lion on top of it. It is late, but you do still see light on the inside. And upon entering, you hear the sound of a woman's voice saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're getting ready to shut down. but then she sees her she sees Fowler, who she's made contact with before, and she says, "Oh, you've returned. I haven't seen you in a day or so. Have you made any luck with your adventure?"
Yes.
And as you guys enter, she kind of gets a scan of the rest of the group, and she's a little taken back. I
If you-
see. And
If you didn't
Sorry,
hear Isabella and Wish went to the inn.
Yeah, it was only me.
oh, did they? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I followed him because of all.
Okay, sorry about that. She sees your friend, small feline. Well, I guess you're not a boy. You're a full-grown man.
Well,
Man cat.
I look like the man cat.
Where a cat.
Cat man.
Man cat.
Yeah, so she's kind of taken off guard by that, and but she says, "What news do you bring?"
I tell her where we found the goods.
So you were able to find out where they were stashing all the goods from their ambushes. I don't suppose you were able to retrieve them.
No, we had agreed on location.
Yes, I guess we did. She unfolds a map of pretty similar to the overlying map that you've seen before. And she says, "Would you be able to mark on here roughly where along the Trillboard Trail I would find this cave?"
I do so.
Okay. And you can safely say the cave has been cleared of all forms of goblins and banditry?
There are no more goblin bandits.
All right then. I would offer more had you retrieved the goods, but I will definitely pay you for your services. She slides 25 gold pieces across the table to you and thanks you for your work.
I take the gold, nod, and walk out.
I would say Gale just perks up. It's like, wait, there was gold involved here? Like, what? I just follow him out.
Okay. So you guys head back out on the street. Isabella and Whoosh, you guys said you were heading back to the inn?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys enter the inn and you see the young man, Toblin Stonehill, that you saw before. Not as many people in here this evening. It seems to be a quiet night. A few people drinking off in the corners. Not too much noise or music going on at this time of day. Yeah. What did you want to do?
Did we only rent rooms for the one night?
Yeah, you had only rented a room for the one night you stayed.
Okay. I think Isabella would just, because it's late, just hang out with Whoosh and have some food and stuff.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sildor has Sildor talks a bit with Stonehill, and he slides a key across the table, and you just see Sildor depart upstairs for the evening. He's clearly had a long trip, and he wants to get some rest and recover.
That's fair.
Toblin's wife comes over, or you assume it's his wife, because she comes from the back and followed by a young child. She brings you over a tray of drinks, and she asks, "Is there anything else that she can get you for the evening?"
No. Thank you, but I'm good for now.
Okay, so you guys are just hanging out for a little bit.
Yeah, and Wish is looking at the gold teeth that she got from that journey before.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, shiny gold teeth.
Gale and Phalor, did you guys have somewhere else you wanted to go, or were you heading back to the inn?
I was about the end.
Yeah, I guess I'll head to the end for now.
Okay, you guys walk back in, and you find your friends sitting off to the side having a couple of drinks. The bartender Toblin just greets you and asks if you guys need anything.
A room and a beer.
Okay, he nods. He slides. He says the standard rate for the room, but the first few drinks are on the house tonight for saving his friend Sealdor from danger.
Gail's eyes just go wide and go, how many?
He says, "Why don't you start with the one, and then we'll see how it goes from there."
Rolls his eyes, just okay. I'll take a beer and go to the table.
All right. So you find yourself at the table with the rest of the group. It's pretty quiet in here.
How many people are in this room, at least in the common room?
There's probably like one or two old guys off in the back just having a drink. Look like working men. No one's like sitting around and talking. You're the only group in the room.
This place.
A very
music.
unusual group.
Yeah, and the two older gentlemen in the back having a drink are definitely, you catch glances of them eyeing you up because you are a very odd sight in this town.
If I see them looking at me, it's that direct eye contact that both people know. I'll wave with a big toothy cat grin.
Kind of.
Isabella would like to stare at people with her unblinking eyes if they're crying a little too much.
Anytime you guys, either of you make direct eye contact with one of the elder gentlemen, they kind of just give a sneer and shake their head and then turn away and just drink from their beer, like they didn't, like they're trying to hide the fact that they were staring you down.
So in one such incident,
Oh gosh.
Isabella would like to cast minor illusion to
Okay.
make their drinks look, I don't know, like it's turning swampy or there's something gross in it, or
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Very nice.
So he's looking at you, and he does one of the grins, and he looks away, and he looks down at his drink, and he sees brackish gray swamp water with like millworms swimming around in it and
Ugh.
leeches, and he's kind of startled, and he pushes the drink off the table, and as the glass clatters to the floor, it's just beer.
if he looks over again, I would just raise my glass to him and give him a smile back.
Toblin's wife comes over and offers another drink. The old man just shakes his head and grunts, and he leaves the inn for the night.
At the new drink, Wish is like, "Ooh," and accepts it.
Oh, you take the man's drink.
No. You said that they brought him more drinks.
They brought the guy. That,
Oh,
'cause
never
he
mind.
knocked
Bar
his,
more
knocked
drinks.
his drink over.
Never mind.
It's okay. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do in the inn before turning in for the night?
I don't have anything.
I'm dead.
Was
How
just too
many-
distracted by the gold teeth.
How many more drinks do you try to get Gail for free?
I finished one, and then if she comes over and offers another one, and when she doesn't, then I'll kind of get the clue. As many
Okay.
as it takes. It kind of be like, kind of just like looking around, like, oh, hey, like not saying anything, but giving
Like-
the barkeep, like whoever it is, when they're standing off somewhere else, be like, yeah, maybe. A look.
The number is 2. They
Maybe
don't
some big-
seem to be able to afford to keep a large group of adventurers in drink all night. All right.
2 free beers is free money.
So you guys find yourselves in your rooms. They split the rooms where the two men and the 2 women are essentially sharing rooms, double rooms. They're not super luxurious, just something better than sleeping on the dirt. Just simple straw for bedding.
There's 2 beds in each, though.
2 beds in each. Yeah, you don't have to snuggle up with the dwarf.
It's more like the dwarf doesn't have to snuggle up with the cat.
Who's actually hairier is the real question.
How much were the rooms again? Like a silver?
Yeah, it would only be one, or it would be about 2 silver a night. Yeah,
Okay.
not super luxurious.
Isabella would cover the room for her and Woosh.
It would be 2 silver between the 2 of you. So 2 silver for 2 room, 2 silver for each room. Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. So the next morning, it's still pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet in the inn throughout the night. You don't hear too much noise. And as you wake and you come down to the smell of cooked food in the morning, there's a few more people in here than last night. Seems like they're getting breakfast and a quick drink before work. A lot more rough-looking men, dirty, with their boots and their miner's picks next to them. They look like they're getting ready to head out somewhere in search of gold or gems. So
Well.
you guys are free to search the town.
So I sit down and wonder we're eating with our food. Is that right? We need to find something that'll make us money and fame. Because this place looks like it's fucking falling apart soon.
I'm gonna go chat with
Sildar.
Sildar, the town master's hall.
Yeah. By now, he
Do you-
spread the word of us saving him, and we're going to be warm reception.
I'm not saying that,
Oh,
I'm just
and-
going.
Oh, you're just going? You
Yeah.
didn't say that.
As
Okay.
you get up and go, I'm just like, yeah, wait, we could go. Oh wait, he's already gone. Oh, hey,
No, I
hey,
didn't even
wait.
say that.
I know. I said that. I see you walk around, and I remember.
Oh, okay.
So you skipping breakfast? You just going right to the
No,
town
I
master's
I
hall?
had breakfast.
Oh, you did.
He is?
Okay.
Unless
I thought this was after breakfast.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah, you just get up from the table and head out. So the rest of you, the other half of the group,
What's Isabella doing? Because the wishes will keep sticking nearby her.
Yeah,
you
if
are.
Gail mentioned Sealdar, then Isabel would be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get paid for this," so she'd tag along too.
Okay.
Well, she'll grab a little bit of breakfast to go. Like, she'll just grab a handful of whatever was served to her, stuff into her beak, and follow along.
Okay. So you guys head out, and it's not night anymore.
Why is there a wolf howling if it's not night?
Because it was night, but it's daytime now.
There we go.
A little bit more of a town setting. There we go. You guys, you go out in the street, fellow. You're kind of a good few paces ahead of the group, and then you realize you don't know where the townmaster's hall is.
But I catch up to him and go, all right, where are we going? And just kind of wait.
You guys kind of find yourself out in the clearing and just watch as the few townsfolk go by. You see more miners heading out towards the miners' trail.
So we just look
And
like
I
a group of
grab hold
idiots.
of one miner and ask them about it.
Okay, you find the one dwarf amongst the group of humans. And you figure he'd be a friendly face to ask, and he looks over at you. Yeah, what can I help you with, my friend?
The townmaster's hall.
Oh, it's the townmaster's hall. You're not far. Just across the street from the Lion Shields coaster.
Thank you.
So you've been there enough, you know roughly where it is. It's one of the larger buildings in town. Are the rest of you just following him?
Yeah.
Oh, the toque was a bad idea. I am dying.
It's no winter anymore.
Definitely not inside my apartment either. Okay. So you guys, the Townmaster Hall has a sturdy stone wall. It's pitched wooden roof and a bell tower at the back of it. Posted on a board next to the front door is a notice written in common. It reads, Reward, Orcs near Wyvern Tor. Those of mind to face the Orcs' menace should inquire within.
And I just point a lot at it and go, yeah, we should do that. Money, fame.
The notice also bears the town seal and a indecipherable signature.
I mean, I would agree. I mean, I like getting money where I can get it, but that seems like an awful lot of work.
It'll be fine. There's what? It says orcs. That's like maybe 2, right? 2 or 3.
Well, I suppose when you put it that way.
You're not waiting for any of this, I assume.
Phalor's already inside.
So you don't even take notice of the
Notice of the notice.
notice of the notice. Yeah,
Well, he's not really interested in the orcs. Like, he's just trying to find the...
seal door.
Yeah.
Sildar, I guess I should say.
Yeah, but just to see, like, if we can figure out where Rockseeker was taken.
Okay, yeah. So you enter into the townmaster's hall, and it's odd because there really isn't that many lights on. There's not a lot of movement in this building, and it's almost as if there's no one working here. You see a few lights coming from an office at the end of the hall, and you make your way there, and you see in the room, you recognize Sildar talking to another man. As you enter into the room, Sildar greets you, and it seems as if he seems to be a little more put together, seems to be a little bit better now. He still has some scratches and bruises, but he seems to have composed himself a little bit better. And he greets you.
Sure.
Oh, my friends, you've found me here. I'm just speaking with the town master in hopes to get news on the whereabouts of our mutual friend.
What are the news?
What is the news? The current town master, you look over to the other man, he's a human male. He's a little on the portly side, and he looks, for lack of a better word, he looks like a bit of a coward. And he says, as I've told your friend here, there's not much I can do in the time being until I've dealt with these red brands causing issues in the town. Though I'm hesitant to say more than that.
And let me guess, you don't have the guts to deal with the red brands yourself.
Whoosh puts his hand up in the air. I'll do
Whoosh?
You're Gale, not Whoosh.
it. I put your hand in the air. No.
Although many of the town seems to be really concerned with these red brands, I would say they're nothing more than a mercenary guild. They're not that much trouble, but he's seemingly going back and forth on his stance on them. You sort of get the impression that they might have strong-armed him a little bit, and he's finding a hard time finding his courage to deal with them. And he looks you over, the group of very odd individuals, and then back to Sildor. What would you suggest then, my friend? Is this group capable enough of dealing with a situation like this?
We all know where this is going. Offer us a reward. We'll go do your dirty work.
He, the large man kind of wanders over to his desk and takes a seat, and he flips through a ledger. I do have a quest for such adventurers as you. I posted a notice outside the door. We have serious troubles with orcs, and
Well, she'll turn around, she'll walk out briefly, she'll take the notice off the door, and she'll bring it back and put it on his desk, and look at him questionably.
yes. You've read the notice. He's gesturing towards this Kenku creature. He probably doesn't even know what a Kenku is, but and you are sorry. He kind of looks around the rest of the group.
And we call her Whoosh.
Whoosh. I see. And the rest of you, do you have a name? He points to Isabella, who just spoke.
Well, before we get ahead of ourselves here, we have already been contracted to find Gundren, and I mean, I'm all for making coin where I can, as I said, but his life is potentially in the balance here. We don't find him, we don't get paid for that. So, I mean, preferably, we'd like to save him before we take on these other, like, piddly dealings.
I agree. Sildar would say, we have pressing matters at hand. We must find our friend. These Craigma goblins have been causing more problems than any of these roaming orc groups. And if we're going to find our friends, we need to find where the main encampment of goblins are. I would suggest that we try to find someone in town who might know the whereabouts of this encampment, although I'm at a loss to know where to begin this search. Kinda
Maybe the
looks like-
bandits know. Or the red brand guys, right? Are they in the city? Are they like, do they hang around outside the city? Or maybe the
So-
orcs know. We can
Sil-
find the orcs.
Sildar would look to the townmaster once again, and he would say, "Do you know of any connection between the red brands and the goblins?" And the mayor kind of looks around, and it seems like he starts talking as if it's something he's rehearsed many times over. They're really just more of a mercenary guild. They're not that much trouble, really.
I think we want to deal with the
Uh-huh.
trouble. I bet the town would really love us if we got rid of the trouble in the town.
I mean, if the town is too blind to notice these people are taking advantage of them, I'd say they deserve whatever they're getting.
No, I think he mentioned that the town don't like them, but doesn't think they're much of a problem. You do, yeah. And I get real uncomfortably close. You don't. You think they're a problem?
To me or to the town master?
To the townmaster.
Okay.
Sildar interrupts momentarily. He just says, "I've made contact with some of my associates, and I was able to get a few necessary items to re-equip myself and refund this expedition. I would strongly like to encourage you guys to help me find this location of Craigma goblins. I'd be willing to pay you a fairly handsome sum, but I do have other business in town as well. Perhaps... Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say that sum would be on top of the reward we discussed for bringing you here. Correct?
He smirks and nods, and he pulls a small pouch from his side and tosses it to you. The 50 gold, as promised, for my safe return.
Thank you kindly.
Perhaps you guys should get a feel for the town and see what connections can be made between the Craigma and the Red Brand. And I hope our friend is okay, but I have a feeling
It's been a few days.
they're going to need him to locate the Wave Echo Caves, if that is their intent. And whoever this Black Spider is probably wants that information.
Does the town master react in any way when he says black spider?
He he doesn't. He just makes like a really face, like when he hears the name, because it's so cliche.
Okay.
If there's any other aid I can offer you, my friends, I will be taking. He looks to the town mayor and he says, "I will be taking up office here in one of the rooms in the town master's hall. If you need me, come and find me here. I do have other business that I have to handle as well."
Copy that.
I'm gonna turn to the town master and ask him, who knows, who knows about the surrounding area?
Who knows? Well, there's a few people that have been here for quite a long time. Longer than me, in fact, some of them. There's Darren Eldemath. He's a retired adventurer, not quite unlike yourselves. He lives out by an apple orchard on the end of town, the north end of town. There's also a halfling woman and her son. Quaylin Alderleaf is her name. She runs the farm to the southwest of town. Or sorry, southeast of town. Not far down the street from where we are now. Really, there's quite a few people that have made a home of this place who might know more than myself. I tend not to leave the hall very often.
Yeah, it shows.
He kind of scoffs at you. If you have no further business in my town hall, I would ask that you leave. If you're not here to take my offer to hunt down the orcs, then we have no further business.
I step out.
I
Okay.
also step out.
Yeah. Trying to think of something witty and but yeah, I'll leave.
As Bush walks out, what an asshole.
Yes. Bush got my back.
And it sounds like me saying it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So you guys step out out into the street.
Is that because I told him fat? I think it's because I told him fat.
I mean, I don't think you're exactly wrong.
So are we gonna go door to door?
I mean, there's got to be a better way. I mean, I guess he mentioned an old adventurer in that orchard, but I mean, what would an old adventurer know if he's not adventuring currently?
Wonder if those miners know if there's any place around.
I think that might be our best bet.
Also, Faldo's already good friends with one of them. We can find him. And I pat Faldo on the shoulder. And I walk off.
Actually, Gale, why don't you roll a perception check? Actually.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice.
You look down the street from the town master's hall, and you do actually notice a couple miners coming in and out of a building to the south.
Saunter in that direction.
Are the rest of you following?
Yes.
Then yes.
Okay. You guys head in. You head south towards a large building. And on the door it says Phandelver Miners Exchange. Upon entering, you see a very young human woman. She's sitting there with a notebook, a ledger, and a quill at a desk. She has some fine-looking spectacles on, and she's fairly well dressed as compared to some of the other people in this town. And she greets you. She seems unaware of the oddity that your group is comprised of, and she says, what do you have to trade then? Gold, silver, gems?
Bad rolled tooth. But
Wish shakes her head.
I'll trade this for information. Actually, no, I'll trade it for gold. But do you know anybody who might know the area around the town? We're looking. What is it? What are we looking for? I looked at the rest of the
Cragmaw.
group. Cragmaw. Is that like
Yes.
what is that?
Mhm.
Specifically...
Castle.
Castle.
Cragmaw Castle, yeah, sorry.
We're looking for a castle called Cragmaw.
And upon hearing this, she pauses and looks up from her ledger, and she kind of takes a scan of your group. And then all of a sudden, she kind of puts her quill down and gives you a little bit more attention. Cragmaw Castle, you say? Well, I don't know the location of the Cragmaw Castle, but I do know that the Red Brands here in town have been known to hire goblins.
I just throw my arms up in the air like I did it.
Wish looks to Gale. Meow.
That's right.
So red brands again.
Yes, indeed. She kind of she taps her finger on the desk. You guys look like a capable group of adventurers. I have an offer to extend to you. If
I'd like to inside head check her.
okay, go ahead, yeah.
Oh wow.
Of course I would.
You get the feeling she's very calculating and quite ambitious, but other than that, you can't really read too much into her. She says if you were able to take care of the leader of the local Red Brands, I would be more than willing to offer you a sum of 100 gold for his head. Figuratively, I don't actually want a decapitated head on my desk.
Of course, that would be gruesome.
The name of the leader of the Red Brands is Glassstaff.
What's with these people and weird
Wow.
names?
Just thinking that.
And should you wish to take me up on this offer, I can provide a bit more information on the Red Brands.
I'm all ears.
So we did have to make sure not to kill him before we find out where the castle is. And then
He may know, but I suspect if he doesn't, some of the goblins or goblinoids they employ might.
Oh.
I don't know much about their goings on other than shaking down local business people. I'd like to see one of them come in here and try to shake me down. They spend a lot of their time at the Sleeping Giant. It's an old meadery to the east of the Stonehill Inn. Most of the villagers stay away from there as it is their main hangout. I would be cautious though. They may look like simple thugs, but they are quite skilled at what they do. They will put up more of a fight than a commoner on the street, that's for sure.
This one's killed 5 goblins in 6 seconds. I think it'll be good. I point at Wish.
He actually say that?
Yes.
Wish looking triumphant, she'll draw her blade and tap at the splatters of blood still on the blade. She hasn't bothered to clean
the sword.
She hasn't.
Oh
He
my
has.
god! You have to clean the sword. It'll get rusted and. And he just gives you this look.
The woman gives a bit of a smirk at the of the of the expressions of the group. She seems. You're not sure if she's amused or happy that she's encouraged you to take her up on her offer. If there's any other information or any trading you guys would like to do, let
How
me
much
know.
would this gold tooth get me? And I hand out the gold tooth, the one gold tooth that I kept.
That gold tooth would get you about a gold piece.
I'll do it! Because I can't really sell that to other people. So.
It's pretty disgusting, I admit. I will melt it down and repurpose it. She slides a gold piece across the table and kind of just opens up a little desk drawer where you see she's collected various other like gold trinkets, like salvageable gold trinkets, like old broken pieces of jewelry and what have you.
Do I see any holy symbols in there?
You can give me a perception check.
Dale just kind of like, whew, as he gets the coins. Man, it's like, I feel better now. Man, like I was counting my gold this morning. I had a really bad number. Now I'm up to 38, so I'm good.
She opened and closed the drawer a little too quickly for you to get a good stock of what was in there.
Okay.
Well then, the only other suggestion I can give you is maybe someone in this sad little town might know some other information, but I feel I've given you a lot to work with.
Where would someone go in this town to send a letter?
Letter, well, I would say your best bet would be the Lion Shield Coster. She has a lot of caravans coming back and forth, and I'm sure sending a letter would be not much of a problem for her.
Great, thank you.
Mind you, she has had quite a bit of problems with the goblins, but from what word has reached my ear is you've taken care of some of that problem, at least towards Neverwinter.
That was us.
Yeah. Insert humble brag. Not so humble brag.
Completely not humble brag. That was totally us. Well,
So what did you guys want to do?
I'm cool with going to sleeping giant and wake it. Dale says that. Still wake the sleeping giant.
Oh, have we left the building?
You guys are basically just still standing in front of her right now, so I was curious.
Let's do that first.
Okay. You step out of the miners' exchange and
So you can't need to stop arguing in front of people.
Agreed. It does kind of give us a bad look.
Okay, boss.
I got a question. Along the way towards the sleeping giant, is there like a source of water?
Yeah, I would say there's probably more than a few wells along the way people have dug.
Knowing a wish, she'll probably do what Gail recommended and clean her sword off in one of the wells, or try to,
Okay.
unless she gets stopped. But if she doesn't get stopped, she'll clean her sword off in one of the wells.
There's actually probably a horse trough in front of the miners' exchange.
Oh
if you
God,
really-
that would be the first thing she would do is go do it in the horse trough.
So, addressing the group, Isabella says, I think 100 gold to kill this one person is more than worth it. But again, we've got this same issue of delaying Gundren's recovery.
Well, we could kill them, find out where he is today, and go to this place today. Solve that problem today. I'm sure it's not that far.
Balor, you have a connection to the Rock Seekers, right? Do you have a preference?
He seems to think a moment. And he'll say, killing someone for money from the word of one person is assassin's work, not mine.
I mean, I would normally agree with that, but it sounds like these are thugs that are harassing the town.
Any miners around?
Yeah, actually, as you two are having this conversation and Whoosh is feverishly scraping the blood off her sword in the trough, another miner he's hitching his mule up to the trough, and he's kind of giving her a really odd look. And he's looks like he's on his way in to do some trading.
I'm gonna grab him. Not literally, but like in the discussion.
Get his attention, basically.
So you stepped in front of this dirty, bearded, gray-haired old man. He's got a pick in one hand and a bag with who knows what in the other. Hey, well, what is it?
I would like to know about the red brand.
Red brand, you say, huh? They've been causing lots of trouble in these here parts.
Like what?
Shakedowns, extortion, more unsavory things to the lady folk in this town, word has it. They're a little handsy, a little more than, us miners are anyway.
100 gold sounds real great, guys.
I have another question. What do you know about the lady who runs the exchange?
The lady who runs the exchange, well, she may be young, but she's definitely not one to trifle with. She's fairly well connected.
Very well, thank you.
If you need to address her as Miss Thornton.
Never did get her name, did we?
Ayla Thornton. She's.
Well, you don't walk in places and ask people's names.
That's all. That's all yet. You let him pass then.
Yep. That's all I have.
All right.
So, remind me, you said So this whole thing is set up by the Rockseeker brothers, right?
They have. Are you asking me out of character?
Yes.
Yeah. Essentially, they have rediscovered the location to the Wave Echo Caves, and their expedition is to, I guess,
Unearth it.
unearth it essentially and rediscover the secrets it once held.
There's no one other than Gundren in town, though. Is there?
No one other than Gundren. He headed back to Neverwinter to get help with the delivering of the materials they need to unearth it, and he left his other two brothers are probably at the location already, just waiting for his return.
Oh, so they are in town.
Possibly. You don't know.
Can I ask the miner about that?
What do you ask him?
If he knows where I can find the Rockseeker brothers.
He kind of like gives a bit of a scowl at that name, Rockseeker Brothers, eh? Word is they found something big, but they're not really willing to share in their exploits with any of the other miners, so can't really say. I saw them heading out on the trail, lost sight of them somewhere along the way.
I see, thank you.
And he enters into the building.
Hope that they actually did find this Wave Echo Cave. It wasn't just, oops, never mind, it's not it. I mean, probably find the guy.
You think they could just be randomly
Show up.
in the wilderness somewhere?
Well, I mean, they could have found the thing that they think is the cave, but then, oh, it's not it.
You, for your, I guess you didn't actually have an interaction with him because that's not the way I did the intro. You just took a quest. That's right. Follower, your intercourse interaction with
Wow.
Excuse me?
I can hear Jess in the background.
your interactions with Gundren before setting out on the quest. He gave you the impression that him and his brothers did in fact find the real entrance. And that's why he was so eager that he didn't wait for you guys and left ahead without his supplies.
Okay, so what are we doing? Go beat up a guy, or are we gonna ask more people about the merits of beating up this guy?
I really think we just need to get to Cragmaw Castle as soon as we can, and I mean, hope Gundren is still alive, I guess.
Well, maybe the old person knows where the castle is. That old adventurer. I mean, maybe he adventured there once.
That's true. That might be a good place to ask some questions. So they said orchard to the north, right?
Yes.
Unless somebody stops me, I would venture that way.
You do recall when you passed the this town square across the greens, you were able to see a large field of planted apple trees. Okay.
Okay.
It's
So
just
is
walk-
Whoosh
Isabella
goes.
Whoosh?
Yeah, Whoosh goes with Isabella.
Any
Apollo?
other? Yeah. I always have to ask Fowler because I know he's the stubborn one in the group.
I'll tell you if I don't go along with him.
Okay, all right.
But in the meantime, like, this is, like, straight towards finding him, so, yeah, I'm going along.
Okay. All right. Give me 2 seconds. All right, you guys walk down the dirt path up towards the fairly nice house of a apple farmer. You see
An
the
apple
large
farm.
an apple farmer. You see a large
Apples.
field of apple trees behind him. And out front of one of the barns, you see a shirtless half elf man, silver haired. He's in quite good shape, but he does appear to be quite old, like well into his hundreds, you would say. Kind of like, you know, when you see like an old dude who's an athlete and he's like kind of ripped, but it's like it's impressive but also kind of gross. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And he sees you coming up the path, and he just stops whatever work project he was working on at the time, and he greets you. Greetings. He seems less. He seems like one of the few people that is least put off by the makeup of the group. Says, "Greetings, young adventurers. What can I help you with today?"
We were wondering if, well, we heard you used to be an adventurer yourself, and we were wondering if you knew this area at all, if you knew anything about Craigmaw Castle.
Craigmaw Castle. I've heard of the name Craigmaw. I know that's the name of a local group of goblins who've been harassing these parts. Not much in the way of an exact location, though. I don't. No, I'm sorry. I can't even think of anyone who might.
Okay.
Though, if you are indeed the noble adventurers I think you appear to be, I would plead with you to
Oh boy, here we go.
help this town deal with its red brand problem.
Fucking A.
Oh boy.
I sense a trend.
Dale just looks more and more like, yes, we're gonna make it rich doing this.
Judging by the looks on your faces, that you've heard this spiel before from some of the other townsfolk.
We have, yes.
I don't doubt that you will hear it again. They have been quite a bit of a nuisance on this small town. A lot of people, like myself, are just moving here to start anew or live out their years. It's a rough upstart town, but you get people like this preying on the weak and extorting those who can't defend themselves, and it's getting to a breaking point, and I'm a little past my prime. I couldn't really deal with them on my own.
Understood. And yeah, we have heard the spiel, and I know I'm where was I going? we just have a little bit of a more pressing situation on our hands, which is why we're asking about Cragmaw Castle. But it is in the air, and we have talked about it, so we're not ignoring the issue here.
I understand. We all have our own problems at hand. I wish I could offer you more. It sounds like finding this location is quite important to you. Would you do an old adventure favor and mind sharing with me what makes finding this location so important to you?
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Wonderful.
He's fairly transparent. He doesn't seem at all dishonest. He actually just seems like he enjoys hearing the stories of other adventurers, and you get a sense that he might just miss some of his younger days.
Okay.
Someone has been kidnapped.
Kidnapped.
Our employer specifically.
That is serious if he's been captured by this group of Cragmaw. I don't have much help to offer you other than just information on the Red Brand, but I don't think there's much of a connection there.
Well, someone did just say to us that they think the Red Brand might be hiring the goblin in their work, but I don't know if there's any truth to that.
He thinks for a minute. Goblins don't usually work with humans too nicely.
That's what I was thinking.
But if they're compelled by someone else more powerful than whoever
Black
leads them.
spider. And I do a little finger. Oh, ooh.
The black spider.
Ever heard of that guy?
Wolf just stares at Gale.
I've heard some pretty silly names for some pretty maniacal evildoers before, but that one is very impressive, to say the least.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know I know the leader's name. If you don't have that,
Glass staff, and I do the same. Ooh,
Yeah.
Got a thing with my hand.
indeed, Glassstaff. Yeah, and that they tend to hang around the Sleeping Giant tap house. You've been told that as well.
Yes.
Well, the only other piece of information maybe you don't know is that at the far end of the east road, up the hill past the giant tap house, I have a suspicion that they're using that old broken down manor as a safe house, or I've seen more than a few of them stagger back up that way after a night of drinking.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for your...
Sorry, go ahead.
So I was just going to say thank you very much for your time and giving us what information you could.
All right. If you get finished up with your business and you find your friend, and you're looking for something else to do, you come see me. I might have something for you.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Have a good day. I don't know why half-elf sounds like a redneck, but
I was going to say these NPCs are sounding a lot like our neighbors.
Oh no.
Just don't say that loud enough so they can hear you.
We closed the window already.
I guess as we walk away, Dale goes, all signs point to murder. Or we can pretend we want to join them, get in, and then beat them up when we're there. Just get the name. We mostly just need the name of where Cragnrock Castle is, right?
I've actually had a thought throughout that conversation. We've been told that the Red Brands might be working with the goblins, but goblins don't really work for humans. And every time we mention this black spider character, everyone is just kind of like, whatever. I'm wondering if the black spider is not himself a goblin, like that top hat guy we saw earlier, trying to pass himself off as some kind
cooler.
of leader. Yeah.
You think maybe he's having the goblins work with humans to destabilize the area?
Yeah, or just, become the best goblin or something. I don't know, it's just, the name is stupid, so it's just a thought I had.
As you guys are heading down the street, heading back towards the town square, out from between the alleyway between the Stonehill Inn and a local house, you see 4 armed ruffians that are waiting for you. All of them are wearing grimy red cloaks. Their hands are on their weapons, and as they watch you, one of the ruffians spits on the ground and says, "Time for you to move on, strangers. Give us your stuff and be on your way."
Which kind of stares them down and kind of lays her hand on her own sword and kind of steps between them and Isabella.
What a fucking ugly group of individuals we have here, boys.
Do I have a mirror with me? I'm sorry. I'll turn it around.
We got ourselves a dirty little dwarf, a weird purple demon witch, a little beaked bird woman, and a little pussy.
Very, very obtuse.
I cast Toll the Dead on him.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, I guess we will.
You're serious, Tin?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
He's clearly gonna fight us, so I'm not gonna wait for him to finish.
Mm-hmm.
You take that one step forward.
All right, I just gotta grab a couple NPC tiles here, and I'll be right back. I'm not physically going anywhere.
I was like, what? It's all on the computer.
Let me just.
Is there any actual physical thing you have to do, or you just kind of just look the guy, swear in Dwarvish, and it just happens?
There's a somatic component, so I assume I have to like point at him or something.
Yeah, you kind of point at him.
You just spit on the ground and swear.
Actually, can I cast Bane instead?
Ooh. Okay, you can cast Bane. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just.
Just a better opener.
Preparing a small. This is not much of a battle screen, but I'm just using it for the purpose of battle.
Are there any
Did you guys all roll initiative already?
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative,
Yeah.
and we'll do yours first there. Tonight.
Oh, hang on. I have to select the token first.
I know we had a dirt road here, but are there buildings and stuff kind of to the
Yeah.
side, or?
Yeah, there'd be buildings and stuff to the. I mean, it's essentially just a dirt road. There's not a whole lot of stuff.
But I pretty much like to dash beside and kind of run and hide or something.
You'd have room to hide behind. Well, yeah, you could hide behind buildings and stuff.
So I kind of, if I could, do a little big loop all the way around because I'd move pretty fast.
All right. I'm just gonna. Well, we'll start with Tinox's attack.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
Perfect. I get a feeling Whoosh is gonna have fun now.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and cast Bane for me then, so I can see what
I'm
it is.
just waiting for my computer to change tabs.
Oh, sorry.
And Whoosh, you can go first because we rolled the same.
I should
Okay.
get a bit.
Wait, I got an 8 because I didn't select my token first.
You got a 14.
Well, it told me I didn't select my token first, but I can go with 14.
You got 14?
Oh, it just didn't put you up there.
Yeah.
Up on. Oh no, yeah, because you have your old initiative, I think.
So charisma saving throw 13.
Charisma saving throw 13.
On the three in the front.
Okay.
Or which one was talking? Shit.
The one in front.
Okay.
There's 2 in front.
Okay.
That works.
Okay, charisma you said?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll it 3 times. 13 you said?
Yes.
Okay, to the Bane. I'll put this here for Bane. The one in the front fails, the one to his left succeeds, and the one to his right fails as well. Alright, so now we'll go from initiative order. Isabella.
Valor doesn't get to go again?
Yeah, because that was a surprise, wasn't it?
Or was it?
I'm sorry?
Was that considered his surprise attack, or?
Yeah, that was his surprise round.
Because then he's first again.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
I have 2
Really,
Isabellas.
do you? We have a Fowler at
Okay,
17.
what did
Isabella
Valor
at
at
15.
17?
Isabella at 15. Myself and Juliet rolled 14.
14?
And they're 3. Julie, change it.
I'm trying. There we
Yeah.
go.
And I'm letting you go first, so.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know which one is you.
Oh no.
I'll leave
Huh?
them both there. Sorry,
What do you
I
mean?
have duplicates on mine for some reason. Everyone was doubled up in my turn order. It's fixed now. Okay, sorry, Fowler. You're good to go. Let me put you guys on like the actual map here. Sorry, I just kind of.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take my shield out and wait. I'm preparing. I'm gonna cast Toll the Bells. Like last time, same condition. Like when one of them gets attacked but doesn't die.
Okay, that's fair. So you're gonna ready a spell for the first person to take damage.
Yep.
Cool.
Gonna give him a little push.
All right then. You're just gonna hold your ground there.
Yep. Here's good.
All right then, Isabella.
I'm casting Chaos Bolt on the one who is speaking.
Oh, actually, using spells now.
Holy Nikes.
It's a new one.
Oh my.
All right.
So 23 to hit, I guess.
23 to hit will hit.
You really don't like this guy.
Mm-hmm. So that will be lightning damage.
So 13 lightning damage.
Yes.
Sorry, what does Bane do again? Oh, I'll just scroll up here. It doesn't affect him getting. It's just. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So he gets. You cast your spell on them, and you let loose a bolt of electricity, and he. Right off the bat, he's looking pretty rough. As you kind of see the lightning scars on his arms and chests, and as he grounds out through the dirt. And did you want to move?
No.
All right.
So that triggers my reaction.
Correct. DC is a wisdom save. He fails that, so
That is 6 additional damage.
he's electrocuted. He's kind of convulsing in spot. He then grabs his ears, and then he falls to his knees, and then face down in the dirt in front of his red brand brethren. All right, cool. Gale.
All right. I want to intimidate him with just a flurry of spell, sword play, and just get lost. You guys have no shit. What do I want to say? Throw down your weapons and surrender. You guys are done in this town.
Okay. Give me, yeah, wow.
Nice.
What would counteract intimidation? I guess.
Straight charisma.
Wisdom?
What's insight?
Wisdom.
Inside
Wisdom?
is wisdom.
Okay.
Like a willpower
But that's
thing?
like to discern whether someone is like lying or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you want to see whether they're like strong of will enough to withstand something, I'd go for charisma.
All right. They actually seeing their quote unquote leader essentially dispatched in one move. The three of them all take turns looking amongst themselves, and they dart down the alleyway they just came from. All three of them take their turn to dash. Does anyone want to give pursuit, or are you letting them flee for the time being?
They can
I've
flee as
done
far
my
as I'm
action.
concerned.
Yeah.
Okay. So Julie, you're the last.
She's sticking
Or-
beside Isabella. If they look like
Sorry.
they're running, she's gonna stay put.
Okay, sorry. The intimidation. You would have had a choice to do something before they run, because you're next in line.
Okay,
So.
considering they would still look like they're standing their ground, she would have ran in and attacked this guy first.
Just this
Okay.
bird. "Grah!" It's like, "Ah!"
The sword hit,
Actually, short sword attack would miss.
unarmed strike,
That hits.
5 damage.
All right.
Deck in the face.
Yeah, you run up quickly and give this guy a swift punch to the jaw. And now the three of them are going to use their turn to flee, giving you an opportunity of attack on the one you just hit.
Yep, short sword. 13?
13 just misses,
Okay.
fortunately. But they 3 of them are using their turn to dash. So seeing them flee, does anyone want to do anything?
No.
Okay. Wow, that worked out perfectly with the combat. Audio ended. All right. So they run off and they kind of you see them dart down different directions in the alleyway, and you see a few of them make their way towards, guess where? Sleeping giant. That wasn't a trick question.
Well, Fowler, is that proof enough for you that this is a problem that needs to be taken care of?
Did you hear it, Tinox?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'm just. Sorry, yeah. He doesn't say anything. He just moves up the road towards the sleeping giant.
I guess he doesn't like being
thought
proven
so.
wrong.
We got the rock rolling down the hill. Let's follow.
All right. Sorry, you're heading towards the what? Sorry, the sleeping giant.
Yep, straight up.
I actually don't want to follow them. I want to circle through these back alleys and stealth and try and get in behind the.
I'm gonna walk past it though. I'm not gonna enter right away.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up the hill to the manor.
Oh.
You're walking past the sleeping giant?
Yep.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me.
I'm not being stealthy about it.
Not you. Sorry, Gale. I didn't finish.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Yeah, you kind of follow their path and head down the alleyway and kind of use the building's shadow as cover. You watch as the rest of your party walks down the street.
And then
as you get to the sleeping giant, Fowler, you just keep walking past?
Yep.
What do the rest of you do?
Wush looks to Isabella.
I'd like to take a look at the sleeping giant. Just to, like,
Actually,
I don't know,
before
look
I
at
do,
it.
can I like gesture to them to like take cover or something?
Take cover?
Yeah, to like get out of immediate sight as I walk right in front of them, like in broad daylight.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Isabella would follow that. So I guess go off the path a little bit.
Yeah, just like in the doorway or something.
Okay.
Okay. So you walk past.
I just want to see if it draws out any reaction.
Oh, I see. Summoner is you're kind of in the alleyway there between the,
I'm up here
yeah, keeping an eye.
watching like back doors or front doors, and if I can get a chance, I actually maybe climb up onto the roof.
Let me just see here. Yeah, you see, you kind of see the doorway of the sleeping giant crack open, and one of the red brands who just ran away from you kind of takes a peek out. And he kind of just says, yeah, there's one of them now. Those of you hiding off to the side kind of hear him say to someone behind him. And the three men that you chased away walk out into the street with another one of their compatriots.
Can I get onto the roof of the sleeping giant?
Sure. Roll a.
Climbing speed.
You can just climb up the roof then.
Yeah.
Climb
and
up the side of the building and you.
I will angle myself so I'm like directly above the front door, but on the roof, and I'll have my bow out.
Okay.
Do they look like they're following Follower?
Yeah, they see him alone, so they kind of walk out in the street and.
Well, she'll stalk forward and still hidden. She'll follow alongside where they and slightly behind where they are.
Okay. This new guy that's with them kind of yells out to you, "Hey, dwarf, where do you think you're going?"
I stop and turn around. And I put a hand up to my ear to indicate that I didn't hear him right.
What's wrong with you? You deaf or something? I said, where the hell do you think you're going?
I don't say anything, I just wait for him.
If he gets within 15 feet, if any of them get within 15 feet of Fowler, I'm gonna hit him with shoot him with a bow.
Okay, yeah. They haven't noticed the rest of you yet, so the four of them are walking towards Fowler. And they're not waiting. They're drawing their weapons, and they're coming for confrontation. So.
Ooh.
Oh, if she sees if she sees him drawing a weapon, she's gonna. Who's the one behind?
The big one?
Just one of the other. They're all about the same. They're just humans and half elves.
Is this on the map somewhere? 'Cause I'm not
Well, it
seeing
matters because the one in the back is the one that's gonna get hit
No.
first by whoosh.
Okay.
Just the theater of the mind, pretty much. So, if the three of you want to make a reaction to them going up
tried.
to Fowler, you can. You tried.
I tried. I missed.
Okay, you shot.
I'm attacking the one in the back.
And
Okay.
then can I use my bonus action to hide?
You can now.
You can do that now, yeah?
I can. I'll roll back on the other side. I was like, oh shit! Roll back on the opposite side.
Actually, it's
of the
not your
peep.
turn if you took a reaction to do it.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Can I do an arm strike as well, or if that doesn't hit?
Yeah, I believe you can. You'll give
So,
you a full.
so the 12
full
doesn't. The 12 doesn't hit.
12 does not hit. No,
Oh shit! All right,
that one would. Yep.
Really
4
good with your
damage.
second punch.
4 damage.
Cold cock
Okay.
him in the back of the head.
Did you want to do anything, Isabella?
So Fowler, do you look like you had something else in mind, or like do you look like you were just waiting for something to happen?
I was just waiting for them to expose themselves.
Okay, then I will attack one as well.
Okay, go ahead.
which one are you attacking?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mention that.
Which one do you want to attack?
I guess whichever one was closest to Fowler.
Okay, the one in front. Sure, go ahead.
Sorry,
9.
I
Oh,
will
you did
first.
already. Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't specify beforehand.
That's okay. Okay, so the fireball, arrow, and
I missed.
flurry
So.
of blows go up. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna have to do a new initiative roll.
God damn it! I got a 19.
I guess you guys don't actually have your icons, do you? So you're gonna have
No.
to alter
No.
your.
Yeah.
We're not even up there.
You're not even up there
No, there's no turn. There's no on the turn order because we're not.
on the same map as me.
think he has to make a new map for the encounter.
I'll just reuse this one.
Well, it's probably about right, right?
Yep. Well, essentially, you'd be
That's
on a
how he's been
roof.
keeping track.
All right. All right.
You're not rolling very well, are you?
No. I'll
Yeah,
let
it
you
still beat me.
guys. I'll let you guys add your scores before I.
Are there 4 of them or 2 of them?
There's 4.
Okay.
Okay.
A wonderful house.
Did you guys all add yourselves to the tracker?
Yes.
So Whoosh is up first.
And she's still attacking the one she's beside.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
She does 7 damage.
Okay. Their swords are drawn. This guy's getting pummeled from behind before he.
No, you take only 5 damage.
Huh?
Oh, because that's the.
That's
Oh,
the crit.
that's the crit damage. Yes, correct. Because you rolled. You always roll.
Oh, okay,
with
gotcha.
both, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's looking really rough.
And she'll go with an arm strike.
That definitely hits.
6 damage.
All right. He collapses over to the side.
That did more damage than the sword.
Your fists.
All right. Did you want to make any movement?
She'll stand where she is.
Okay. From the rooftop.
Did we determine whether or not I could throw a net as a bonus action? Because the rules say you can do it as anything, but then you can only take 1 attack, no matter how you used it before. Like how many, I multi-attack, I can only use 1 attack because I used a net. So, as a bonus action, would it be cool to throw one? I only have 1 attack now anyway, so.
Because you won't have a second attack until level 5.
Level 5, yeah. Action or bonus action, it's up to you. I could.
I'm just reading the section on nets, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You would basically be using your action to throw the net. Well, when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction with a net, you make only 1 attack regardless of the number of attacks. So you can, in fact, use it. Sorry, you can use it as a bonus action to throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Betas guy. The Betas guy. Who would that be? The one in front?
Currently, it would be the one closest to you.
Okay, so I'll throw it on him,
Okay.
and I'll think I'll hit. 'Cause it's a range attack, I believe, to hit it with it.
Special thrown range 5 to 15 feet.
If you
So
want to throw 15
Ah,
feet, you have to take disadvantage.
I would say make your way out to the edge of your little thing there.
I did say I was at the very edge of the door anyway. Like,
Okay. Yeah. We'll see. This is the first time using it, so yeah. Yep. Okay. So he's netted, and he has to make a
would it be on his turn?
strength check. Yeah, to free himself. Yep. On his.
Can I
turn.
shoot himself with the short bow?
You can. I wouldn't shoot yourself with it, but
Yeah, I did say
shoot
that.
him with it.
Shoot him with it.
That actually misses. So
That's
you
cool.
throw the net, and kind of have to regain your balance before when the shot goes wild. So that's everything for now?
Yeah.
All right. Isabella.
Um. Okay, she would cast Chaos Orb Bolt again because I like that.
All right.
Ooh, shit.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay. Which one are you casting it on? Sorry.
the first one again, or the one closest to Fowler.
Okay. Yeah, it hits. Okay, so
So that will be psychic damage this time.
all right.
Or sorry, that's the crit dice. It will be fire damage. Not that it makes a difference, but
No. So
I think
he
you can
kind
use
of
all of them.
as he's stepping out with his swords drawn towards Fowler. He says, "I thought I asked you where you're." And then the firebolt goes over the shoulders of his companion, and he catches a blaze and screams for a few seconds before falling over. He continues to bake for a while.
Jeez.
and then she'll walk over beside this guy, and can she use her bonus action, I guess, to just be like, Glass Staff, where is he?
Talking's a free action.
The guy in the net?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a intimidation check. With advantage because he's in a net and
Two of his friends just got killed.
Yep.
And arrows are ineffectually raining down on them.
okay. He in the manor underground. He drops his weapon and puts his hands up. Okay. Whoosh, it's your turn.
Wait, what? What about the other guy?
What other guy?
Mm-hmm.
There's the guy in the south. Yeah,
Oh,
he can still act.
oh, I have double
Also-
icons again. Yeah, he's going to act. He's going to continue towards Fowler. Stepping out of... Actually, you'll get an opportunity of attack.
Yep.
Julie.
Oh, it didn't activate with her. So 9.
It did. Yeah. It's,
9 would miss, so you the flaming body kind of catches you off guard, and you sort of miss your strike, and he
Yeah.
moves up to Fowler to make an attack. And I believe he misses with both attacks.
Yeah, beautiful.
So your shield's been on the ready the whole time, and you just easily deflect these amateurish strikes with a short sword. And now we're back to Whoosh.
No,
Oh,
that's
it's
not-
Falor. Wait, what?
Well, mine
Yeah.
is... sorry, I have too many... I don't know why my turn order thing's gonna screw up constantly. Sorry.
But it's
I'll
not
use
clearing every
Jessica's.
time.
I could see it. It's Fowler's turn. There we go. Okay, now I'm good.
Whoosh is out
No.
of there.
Yeah, we should get removed. Well, I was.
She had
Oh.
rolled a
Can
19.
roll back, go back up and see it.
Yeah, it was a 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
I'm good now. It's your turn.
I'm just gonna shake my head at him. And yeah, I'm gonna attempt to intimidate him, just like shake my head at him and nod back to like his two dead friends, his trapped in the other one that's trapped in the net.
Sure. Yeah. Just roll intimidation with advantage, because he's already been intimidated by you guys once.
Oh.
Wow.
That's gray. Why is it gray?
Because
It's
it's
great because it's the lower one.
or is it because it's 6 minus 1?
No, it's because I rolled with advantage, so it's graying out the bad one.
I gotcha. It actually still beats his save, so
Really?
What did
Really?
you have in it?
2. He just drops both his short swords, or his short sword on the ground, and he puts his hands up like his friend in the net. So the two of them have given up. Would anyone else like to do anything?
I can imagine Whoosh making a dash for the last guy that's in front of Fowler, but upon seeing him drop his short swords, she stops where she is and looks towards Isabella.
I stand
Isabella would
heroically
shrug.
atop the house.
Isabella shrugs and just kind of non-verbally implies, do what you want to do.
Whoosh will shrug and she'll look towards the guy in the net.
And he's basically he's given up completely. He's not even trying to take the net off.
I'm pretty sure I have some rope in my pack. I'm gonna take it out.
All right. What do you? The guy in the net says, "What do you want to do? What are you gonna do with us?"
Well, I mean, I gotta stop starting my sentences that way. Well, I hear you like to have quite a bit of fun with the women folk in town. Maybe you can think of something that we can do to
What?
rectify that.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know what you mean. We're just
Don't you?
we're just a mercenary group.
Oh, that line again, huh?
Is there any kind of...
Are those the
Oh.
guys that jumped us earlier?
Yeah.
Yep.
This one's actually a new one, but the other three weren't. Or the same three that ran away, I think.
No,
right?
the two that are left are actually two of the three that ran away.
Oh, awesome.
Pointed out to them.
I mean,
Is there like any kind of official force here that we would know of?
Well, the mayor's clearly in their pocket.
Yeah.
Maybe taking the Sildor.
I was thinking maybe something like that. Or the Lion Shield?
That's just a traitor.
yeah, they're basically just a traitor.
I don't know. Okay.
The only semblance of government would be essentially the town master, though he has no police force per se. As far as another influential party, it would be essentially the miners' exchange seems to have the most sway over.
She was the
current.
one that sent us after this guy first time too.
Would the lion shield place not be like a, like I thought it was kind of like a guardsman kind of.
They're just a merchant company.
Okay.
They do cater to adventurers on occasion, though, as far as the things they sell.
Can I check their pockets
Yeah.
just to make sure they're not, I don't know, hiding weapons or something?
I'll shout down at these four, like the two left. Is there anybody left in the house? And I stomp on the roof of the that I'm on.
Sleeping giant.
Yeah.
Both of them just immediately shake their head no simultaneously.
Well, she'll
I'll
take
roll
a peek inside.
Insight, because just in case.
Yeah.
I roll
Sure.
insight just to make sure they're not bullshitting.
Easy enough. They seem to be very compliant currently, as they're still standing over the ashes of the burnt husk that was one of their friends.
Well, she'll take a peek inside anyway.
Sure. Do just a quick perception check.
It's like that one horde ganker that keeps attacking and you keep beating him off.
You look around the room. You don't see any other red brands in there. There's a very surly-looking female dwarf behind the bar.
Well, she'll stare at the dwarf for a moment.
She just kind of she looks up and kind of glares at you as she cleans a dirty mug. You looking? She talks. Yeah, you looking for something?
Well, she'll blink once and then she'll leave.
Okay.
She'll go back to the others.
We're the only ones in. We were the only ones left. I swear.
How many more you got up in the manor?
How many? Well,
You count, right? I hold up my paw,
more than
One,
us.
two.
We were just off. We had the morning off. We came down to get a drink, and we were told to deal with the group of people that were snooping around, asking too many questions.
We've literally asked 3 questions in the matter of an hour. And I hopped
Yeah.
down.
It's a pretty fast information system you got there.
Well, the people.
My favorite part is that none of the questions we asked were about them. People just kept telling us about them to spy.
You're right.
Well, we know that people around here aren't too happy with the way we've been protecting the village, so they probably gonna get rid of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
protecting. Okay.
Yeah, just dump him in the town square and let's go.
Yeah. Just strip them of everything they have. Like, practically naked, just throw them in the middle of the road. Here, 2 more red brands for you.
Before we do that,
I
one
want to
more
take
question.
Oh shit, ones I've destroyed.
They seem fairly compliant with your questions. They do, even though one was trying to act tough, he does have a look of fear in his eyes.
Before we dump them off, so your mercenary group, band of merry men, whatever. So what do you guys have to do with the Craigmaw goblins?
How do you know about Craigmaw? One starts and the other one says, "Shut up! Don't say anything."
I put my sword up to the one who is about to say, "What do you like? How do you know?" Up to his neck, and just let Isabel keep going.
The Craigma's under control by a guy who goes by the name Black Spider.
Black Spider, yeah.
Hmm.
Where are they?
I don't know. I don't care to know where those goblin creatures are. All I know is a couple of the... He kind of stops. A couple of the bugbears we have in the manor talk about him quite a bit.
We'll just look over to Isabella.
Oh. More of them, huh?
Yeah, they make good strong men.
I mean, well, we've already killed 1 and 12 goblins? What's a few more? And I just look back at him.
Well, you're certainly free to do what you want. I'd be more than happy to leave town if that's what you wish.
I think the town would like to know. I think we should leave the town to decide what you have.
I agree.
Can I just clock him on the back of the head and put him unconscious?
Sure. Make a... it's not too hard. He's in a net, given up, so you just kind of use the hilt of your short sword to hit him in the back of the head and he goes out. Maybe give me a strength check.
Strength?
Oh
no.
my.
Oh no. Yeah. Yeah! Yeah! Ow.
You
Well,
go to...
that's...
Yeah, you hit him and it it just cuts the back of his head. Ow! I'm telling you what you want to know. Just stop
Go
hitting
sleep.
me.
Go to sleep. And I hit him again.
Go to sleep.
Sleepy giant. Just go to sleep.
Does he need to
Roll another one.
Oh God.
You hit him again in the same spot, and this time the blood pours out a little bit more. Stop! I've told you what you want to know. Stop hitting me.
So Wush will kind of
I
step.
stop.
She'll step forward and she'll shake her head at Gale and kind of raise her head, saying no, and then she'll try to knock him out with one of her fists.
Okay.
Strength?
No, roll an attack. With
'Cause that's what
advantage.
you-
Unarmed strike? She's not trying to hurt him, she's just trying to knock him out, but...
I know. Okay.
The one time it doesn't fail is when they're not
Well,
moving.
it would be with advantage.
Yeah.
It is
because he's
advantage.
bound and-
I said advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
He's unarmed and he's in a net and he's... So roll the damage on that.
But she's not trying to hurt him, it's like she's just
I
trying
know.
to...
I know. I
Okay.
just want to... It's just for a gauge. Okay. Yeah, you do enough damage. He's knocked unconscious. He's not... Yeah, he's out. He's out cold. The
What's-
other one kind of looks over him.
Wush just kind of looks over her work, and then she'll look over to Gale with a triumphant expression in her eyes.
Give her a wig. And I take, well, when we get the other one, I kind of like nod my chin at the other one.
Listen, he's told you a lot. I can tell you more if you are willing to let me go.
Oh, sorry. I hate that phrase. Oh, you mean like Craigma Castle?
I don't know where Craigmaw Castle is.
Or Gundren Rockseeker?
Gundren who?
Yeah, so you're basically useless. And she'll just, I don't know, get ready to start leaving.
Okay. All I know is, if you want to know where Craigma is, you're gonna have to ask one of the bugbears in the manor. But it won't exactly be easy for you to get to him. You may have defeated the four of us, but it's gonna take a little more work than that if you plan on taking on the...
Wush just has
Oh,
enough.
you
She's
right
gonna
there.
knock. She's gonna
Oh,
knock
come-
this one out.
Okay.
I was about to say, so you can count how many clock. Oh.
We'll say for the sake of story, you just knock this one out as well.
Yeah.
And
I say we take their cloaks, except for the one that got burnt. We'll have to deal with that one, and then just dump these guys in the middle of the square.
so you tie them up, you take their cloaks, and it's at this point as you drag them through town, you see some people coming out of their doors, watching what's happening, and you see a bit of a relief on some of their faces as they see the defeated red brands being displayed in town.
What are we gonna? As maybe I don't know if Fowler's with us, but I don't know whoever's dragging these two. 3? It'd be 3 because one got destroyed completely. It's like, what are we gonna do with the burnt one back there? Just leave him in the road. And I just keep going. Like it doesn't need to be answered. I've actually got a plan on getting into the manor.
Yeah? You want to take a look at it first?
Maybe, but also, we have these cloaks now, right?
That is
We
a good
could
point.
pretend,
And
and I
none
can
of
maybe.
us are human.
Sorry, none of us are human. But I could try and do like a disguise us in some way to get us. Maybe keep your hood down, walk in such a way, because I'm pretty good at disguises. Disguise us so we can get in there.
That might
Maybe
work for
a little
you guys,
easier?
but wishes will be obvious with that big beak sticking out of the front of the hood.
A
I know, it's an
completely
idea.
different posture.
It's an
The
idea.
dwarf
Also,
over there.
they might have dwarves with them. You don't know. They might be all inclusive. They have bugbears on their team. Clearly, they don't care about race. It's a very progressive band of evil mercenaries.
I would take one of the outfits or red jackets or whatever they are, just in case.
Okay, yeah. So you said you were gonna search their pockets, I believe, at 1.2, and I kind of
Yeah, it's okay. There was a
unintentionally
lot
ignored
going
it.
on.
Also, maybe we should go see inside what's in the sleeping giant. Maybe they know more.
Maybe. I think
Well,
this is
she'll
just
hold
the
up one
tavern.
finger, and then she'll point at Falor, and then into the sleeping giant building. And then she'll repeat what the lady dwarf said to her. I'm forgetting what they exactly said.
Oh. Yeah,
She
okay, I
just
didn't know what the hell
simply,
you meant at first, but now, okay, I got it.
She just basically asked you if you needed something.
But she says it in the female dwarf's
Yeah.
voice.
Is it takes the entire thing before, and even a couple seconds later, it's like, oh, okay.
Then she'll just shrug.
Fowler is still on the hill, like with his things ready to go.
Oh, he's just waiting there.
You're waiting to go into the. Oh, as you guys drag them in, like I said, you see a few people actually come out into the street. Some of the people start, hollering curses and casting a few stones at the captured men. One person you even overhear asking about missing people, asking the men if they know where they're kept.
The ones that we're dragging, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, are they? Well, they're both asleep, so.
Oh, that's right. They're unconscious, so they're just yelling at them. Sorry. Forgot you guys know what I'm
What did we find anything in their pockets?
Basically they just had short swords and maybe I'd say about 20 gold pieces, 20 silver pieces each.
Oh,
Sorry, so I'd say 60 silver altogether.
okay.
So I guess we trudge back to the dwarf just sitting there waiting for us. Exactly where we left him when the combat ended. He didn't even move. He just raised his shield, blocked twice, and just stood there.
Pretty
I
much.
don't know.
All right.
Okay, so let's go take a look at this manor then.
All right. As you guys make your way up the windy pathway to the manor, it seems to go. You would call it more of a castle than just a house. It's quite large, and up high on this hill, it sort of looms over top of all of Phandelver. It looks abandoned, like it looks wrecked, and as you get closer to the doors, you kind of get you find it a little hard to believe that anyone would be using this place as a base camp of any kind, because the whole one southern wall section has given way to the elements, and plant life has started to encroach inside. That's what you guys see from the outside.
Nonetheless, Whoosh still looks impressed by the size of the building.
Are we just walking up the road?
Yeah, I guess.
So were they wearing jackets that like denoted their membership?
A cloak, like basically a hood and cloak, essentially, is what it would be.
Okay, I'd put the cloak on that I picked up.
All right, you put the cloak on. Are you guys, and so you're outside with the cloak on?
I'll put the cloak on as we're walking up, and I'll have my hands behind my back. Although it probably doesn't do too much for my paws. I don't know if I wear boots or not, but
Does
and
Feller wear a
like
cloak?
pretty much try and keep it so you can't obviously see that I'm a cat person, and keep my head down, kind of tilted so they can't see my face very well.
We don't have 4 cloaks.
No, we don't.
I think as we approach,
Who's got the third one?
You can if you want.
Valor wasn't
Except
with
the
us,
follower.
so-
Yeah.
Oh.
Valor technically didn't investigate the bodies.
Okay. It's up to Isabella, because otherwise, Whoosh wouldn't wear it unless she's told to wear something like that.
Okay. She might mention that, like, I don't know. I suppose it doesn't really matter if we don't have 4, because we would look like an odd group anyways. Yeah, she might motion to, like, go to one of the sides of the building and see if there's any windows to look into.
Giant hole.
The front door seems unbarred when you guys.
Yeah, she doesn't want to go through the front door.
Fair enough.
All right, then Whoosh
Okay.
will stealth into whatever hiding places she can and try to find her way around.
Yes, you guys go ahead, and if you want to roll a stealth check, go for it. Whoever wants to stealth. It's still fairly early in the day, so there's not much light to hide, shadow to hide behind.
I'm tempted to just climb onto what's left of the roof, but it might just cave in.
Oh dear.
Well, we know it's under the manor, so I'm probably not going to start stealthing until we find a trapdoor or something.
Yeah.
Anything
Net-
around that?
As you guys,
Yeah.
you say you split off into two and you go around either side of the manor. Both walls are caved out. You can, as you pass by, you actually see your party members through the building, and there's not much left as far as the main structure. But as you meet up around the back, you do find a cellar entrance leading down to a lower level.
Okay.
Does it
And-
look locked?
As you look around, it seems like there's quite a bit of foot traffic beating towards the cellar, and there's muddy footprints going down the stairs.
Oh,
Does the
so it's
cellar door
open?
Closed? Yeah, is it open?
It's a closed door. Yeah, at the bottom of the stairs, there's a closed door at the bottom of the staircase.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll kind of carefully get up to it, and can I check if it's locked?
Yep. Roll an investigation.
Oh jeez.
Doesn't actually seem locked from what you can see.
I shrugged and looked up. It's okay. Does it seem trapped?
I'll let you roll another investigation check for traps.
Well done.
I have a 0 in intelligence.
Looks like a pretty simple door.
Yeah, so yeah, he checks it. He's like, no, it's fine. He puts up a fingers. Wait, he checks it again. He shows it again. No, it's fine. And I'll take a step back and let whoever wants to go first go first.
I'll go first.
So, do we want to go down there and initiate this right now, or do we want to warn the mayor and Sildar that these guys are in fact working with the goblins?
I don't think the mayor's gonna do
On
too
the
much.
off. I mean, he may not know that they're working with goblins, which are harassing the town, right? That might be what he needs to sway him. But I mean, not that it matters, but just if we don't make it out of here.
I mean,
They've been harassing the town anyway, and he hasn't done anything, so...
That's true.
I mean,
okay.
Silver could come and maybe help us fight, but I don't know. He kind of got his ass kicked when he got there, so. Do we want his
Silver's
help?
probably back in shape enough to help us with that.
Well, we can go get him.
Would we then also have to share the 100 gold with him?
He doesn't have to know about the 100 gold.
True enough.
As we're talking
I'm
outside
just a
on the other
little-
side of the door.
Yeah, I'm just a little concerned about us going into their base, essentially, and not knowing how many of them there are.
I mean, look at Sildar. I don't care. You're the boss. We just gotta make sure that when when people find out that we solve this, it's us and Sildar.
I mean, I'm just gonna point. I like having you agreeable, but I'm going to point out Gundren is technically the boss.
Well, you're my boss.
Okay.
I think because we were as a group beforehand,
That's true,
right?
you're subcontracting.
We were a group,
Oh,
kind of
okay.
a short little. Like I was the most recent joining, and then you grouped up with him. I think.
Okay. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Fowler's the one doing a favor for his friend. The rest of you are basically just hired mercenaries.
Collected this ragtag group and a dwarf. So I don't mind if we go back for Sildar. Also, are we gonna do this tonight? Or are we gonna finish? I don't know how late are we going.
Oh,
it's like 11:15 here. I mean, we
When
only
did
were
we
going for
start?
2 hours.
We're at 2 hours right now, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
but I'm sorry we couldn't get started earlier.
No problem. The actual, I will say that once you get in through the door, the actual encounter will take some time. If you wanted to go relay the information to your NPC friend, that's something we could definitely get done tonight.
Let's do that then.
But I don't know if Fowler would agree with that or not. So
Yeah, well, Fowler hasn't offered any
No, he's willing to wait.
Okay.
All right, then let's.
It's like 10 minutes walk back down the road.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
like
a,
it's not a big deal.
it's a pretty small town.
Yeah, we're just gonna stay behind near the manor's trapdoor and stealth around a bush or something, just to see if
Yeah,
somebody
Fowler's
else.
just gonna keep an eye on the door.
So you guys are gonna wait here for them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can just
Okay,
see,
so Gale and I will go back
yeah.
to the hall.
Okay.
And get the real stealth.
I just put
Yeah.
Whoosh up in a tree somewhere, and Fowler is just standing at the top of the stairs looking out the door.
With a stern expression on his face and arms
He's
crossed.
waiting. I assume he would also probably take cover out of sight
Yeah.
to keep an eye.
It's just a
No,
door
no,
standing
he
in a
closes
bush.
the door and then he sits down on it.
Well, it's at the bottom of the stairs, and then it's a regular door.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, technically what Tanok said was right. I just didn't explain it right. It would
Okay,
be
so it is at...
two large, like, actual, like, storm doors, like,
Okay,
going leading down to a basement door,
Then do that.
essentially.
That's awesome.
No, I'm not doing that.
No?
No.
So you're just gonna stand in a bush with your
It's a
head
good
and
way
your
to get
beard,
a-
just kind of...
It's a good way to get a
He's not
spear
very
or
well hidden.
sword
He's
in
just
your
like
ass.
kind of. He's out of immediate sight, just looking at it.
Roll stealth, maybe? No?
Okay,
You
on
might get a
the
natural 20.
Nobody's gonna come out while you're in the time you're gone.
Alright.
on the way back, Isabella will mention to Gale that maybe we should move this one charred body just into an alley in case people from the manor come down looking for
And
these guys.
as you guys make your way down the windy pathway, you actually see the same scowling dwarf woman that that Whoosh saw. She's in the midst of cleaning up the remains of the burnt, charred corpse, getting it out front of her place of business.
Never mind then, I'll let her continue.
And she knows it was you, kind of. She's giving you that look, but she just keeps working anyway.
I give her a thumbs up as we walk past.
I ignore her.
So there and you see like there's still a bit of a crowd surrounding the two tied up men in the middle of the town as you pass by.
Oh, I guess we took away their identifying
Well,
clothing,
they
didn't
knew.
we?
They knew.
You do get some odd looks because you two are now wearing the red cloaks.
I'm not
They
taking
seem-
it all coming into town.
I have my hood down.
Okay. You make your way over to the town master's hall, and you enter in. You see the mayor working at his desk, and you now see that Sildar has. He's not Sildar. Sildar.
Keep thinking of a seal door.
Sildar. Yeah. Sildar is taking up residence in the office directly parallel from the town masters.
Let's go in that door and say nothing to the mayor.
Agreed.
Sildar greets you and he says, by the sounds of things, you guys have stirred up a little bit of trouble in town.
Yeah, you want to come with?
We found that the Red Brands are in business with the goblins that took you.
I see. So your plan is to deal with these red brands and hopefully gain the information we need to find the location of our friend.
Apparently, these bugbears potentially have. There's two of them this time, so we can kill one and get the information from the other.
Yes, I'm not too fond of bugbears myself. This is good. I've been spending some time setting up an office here and inquiring some of the locals on my reason for returning to town, other than finding our friend Gundren. I have to continue this line of inquiry for a few hours. I do not feel I am quite up to the task of taking on a group of mercenaries. My wounds are a little worse for wear. I give it another 2 or 3 days and I'd be willing to storm the castle with you, my friends, but...
Meanwhile, Gil's just like, that's cool, man. We're just asking if you wanted to.
I don't need your life story.
I have come across some information that some people have also gone missing from town, which kind of brings me to why I'm here. I'm looking for one of I was sent here to look for an old friend of mine.
I thought you were part of this Rockseeker expedition.
I am, but I also have my own business in Phandelver. It happened to align with my business, which is why the mutual partnership worked out so well.
Well, kinda.
If you are indeed going into the manor, and can you keep an eye out for one of my friends who's gone missing?
Sure.
He's a human like myself. He's shorter man, dark beard, about in his 30s. He goes by the name of Arano. He's quite skilled in the arts of the arcane, but I fear that he, along with some of the townsfolk, have been captured by these red brands.
Have you gotten any sense from the mayor on, I don't know, whether this information about the goblins' involvement would change his opinion? He seems to kind of be influenced by the red brands.
I think if you had found out that the 9 lords of hell themselves were in cahoots with the red brands, he wouldn't change his mind. He seems to be quite in fear for his own life. They have threatened him on several occasions, and
well, if it was the 9 lords of hell, I'd be scared too.
Agreed. I would say that he's not a bad man. He has no police force, and he's this town's banker, believe it or not, and he has no means of dealing with the red brands on his own. He's not exactly in shape to pick up the sword himself.
In
Well,
my
maybe he should
experience, money
pay
can
us
go
for
a long
this.
way.
I caught some of that.
We pretty much both said, pay me.
Yeah.
Mercenaries it is then. As I said before, if you can any information that will help us find our friends and find out the location of the Craigmar Castle, I will reward you quite handsomely. Also, if you can find information on my missing friend or his fate, whether it be good or bad, I will give your party 200 gold for that information.
Ooh.
All right, done.
Perfect.
Wush's
What?
eyes widen slightly at the mention of
Yeah.
200 gold.
I thought you
You're
were
not even
back
there.
at the manor.
You're back with me.
You just suddenly. Wait, what?
Pelor just looks at you like, where are you on now? Freaking birds.
Well, Wush likes her shinies.
She does.
Sorry, I
And
lost.
next time Silgor sees us coming, like he's gonna be okay. How much?
Yep.
Hey, he's the one offering us the money. We're not giving him rates.
What do
Yet.
you? Oh, I guess he didn't actually know anything about that. What do you guys know of the Red Brands? Did you find out more about where they are, where they're hiding?
Yeah, up in the manor.
The manor. Quite a decrepit-looking building. I assume it's somewhere underneath.
Yes.
Have you gathered any more information about this cellar?
No, we came to talk to you first. We were a bit hesitant to go in guns
Bows
fire
blazing?
bolts blazing.
Hands blazing?
Not knowing how many are actually in there. If we didn't come out, at least there's a connection to Gundren.
The two we were trying to talk to can't count, so they didn't really give us a good number.
Well, if I can get in contact with some of my people from more civilized parts of this country, I can see to it that they are tried and given their justice in the proper way. I'll see to it that they're tied up and brought to the town hall. This building is fairly vacant, so it should act as a makeshift jail if need be.
You mean the two in the
The
green?
road that we left in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I heard the commotion and I had to go see for myself.
Oh, okay.
I have talked to a couple other people in the town. The innkeeper's son, oddly enough, mentioned one of his friends ran across some of the Red Brands in the woods. He might, even though he's a child, he may be worth talking with, unless you wish to just enter the manor on your own means. He might know something.
I shrugged.
I mean, I think an underground hideout would be a more likely place to hide captives than in the woods.
Fair enough.
But yeah, thank you for the information, I suppose.
All right, I wish you good luck. If I had more to offer you, I would, but thank you for telling me where you were going, and please, as I said, keep an eye out for my fellow member.
Will do.
As we step into the hall between doors, kind of point a thumb at the mayor, or the mayor, townmaster, be like, "Hey, you think maybe we can get this guy to give us gold for X amount of Red Brands killed, or maybe?"
The mayor?
Yeah. Hey, because he's a
Uh,
banker, it means he has money. It means if we'll do this for you, pay us.
I'm getting the sense he would actually be more of a liability than a help. I think he would be more likely to go to the Red Brand and tip them off to keep in their good favor.
I shrugged. Talking to this kid.
I mean, we already know they're at the manor, so I don't know, but maybe we should run it by Fowler and Wushin.
Pretty sure
Personally,
they're
it
gonna
just
give
seems
us pretty much the same the answer, and I just had to imitate a blank stare.
He's not wrong.
That is a fair point. Well, if you think it's worth it, I feel like I'm being pulled in 8 different directions while we're here. Everyone wants something different and has different information, and it just seems like we're wasting time, honestly.
Hands blazing. Yeah. Fire bolts, is that what you said? Or we
Yeah.
can go do that. I'm cool.
All right. Let's return to the others then, hey?
All right, you guys make your way up the back up the street. You see the. You're not sure what the female dwarf did with the burnt crusty corpse,
The crust.
but there's a burnt outline of a charred body left in the dirt road. You make your way back up and you meet up with your party members who are waiting outside of the door. And you
Sildar
two
doesn't
didn't see anyone come or go in the time that they were gone.
Sildar doesn't want to come.
Well, she'll
But
shrug.
if we find a guy, some human, with black hair, he'll give us 200 gold.
Well, she'll instantly look over to Gale. And her eyes would widen.
Apparently, there's missing people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she'll mimic 200 gold.
200 gold.
For one guy.
And I imagine we can get rewards for some of the others if we find them as well.
Well, she looks content.
So I guess Sildar did mention that there was a kid who ran into some red brands in the woods. Just offered that as a way to get more information on this place before we head in, but I don't know if I necessarily see the point since we're right here and we know the guy worth 100 gold is here. We could go in and clean up. Yeah, Gil, yeah, you're right.
She says nothing.
All right. I mean, they don't know. I'm assuming they weren't expecting those other guys back anytime since nobody else came out to look for them. So I think we might as well go in now and try and take them by surprise.
Okay.
I open the doors.
All right, you open the doors to the cellar, and guess we'll end it there for tonight then, and we'll come back where we investigate the cellar of the Red Brand's lair.
Woohoo!